Thank you. Yes, it's the witching hour in the high 10. I just did a live pertaining to taboo dating. Please check out that said video. It is currently uploaded to YouTube. I promised you I would be back on. I had to get my research and take me a little potty break. Thank you all for joining me. This next segment that I'm bringing to you here on the YT is pertaining to fraudulent lovers. I will be bringing you said commentary that is based on actual events that have transpired here in the United States of men who have defrauded women out of their said money, out of their bank accounts, took out loans against their names. One case, I didn't have that information on that said case, but I will probably try to find it while I'm digging through everything. But, I've got a... Hey, looking. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. The first story I'm going to bring to you is a very well-known story, publicized story of Dirty John. For those of you who follow USA Netflix, you can catch this segment on, I believe it's running on USA and Netflix. If not, you can Google to find out the said information to find it. Dirty John is a very horrific tale of love gone wrong. The second information I'm going to bring you is of a male, Caucasian male. These are both Caucasian men. The second man, he married women only to get into their pocketbook, their bank accounts, and I believe he is currently in jail. But I'm going to bring you the update, both of the said storylines, and that is the title of my video, The Fraudulent Lover. Many people have been hoodwinked and bamboozled by people who pretended to like them, care for them, marry them, and only to find out that the men only married the women for their money as well. There have been some women who have also done this to men, married them for their money. Thank you, Night Owl, for joining me. She will be the mod for this segment. There have been a lot of women who have been hoodwinked and bamboozled by men who only married them for their money, stole money out their bank accounts, stole their identities, opened up a line of credit through bank loans, and took that said money to also bed and lure other women into the fold to get close to them by buying them nice gifts and things, and then get close to the woman to then go into her bank account and steal her money. That is a case that has happened. I've got to try to find that said guy's name who was married, getting hooked up with women and stealing their money by opening up a line of credit. And he would take that said money to woo you with your money, and you didn't know this, and also take that same money and woo another woman who would be the next victim. I'm going to start off right now. I've got 14 in the room. Would like you all to pray for my sister who is currently in the hospital. She's probably watching the live right now. So pray for her and pray for everybody. Please get your mammograms and yearly PAP, ladies, because we don't want to lose any of you to cancer of any form. Please get your mammograms and your yearly PAPs. Amen. Okay, let's roll with it. The first one is about Dirty John. Some of you may be familiar with Mr. John. Hey, Carol, 16 in the room. This is by Vulture. How Dirty John actors compared to their real life counterparts. I don't know if I really want to do this. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if I want to read this article now. Hold on. I'm just going to go down part of the article, but you can verify through Vulture just to give you a synopsis of what Dirty John is about. The red what? Thank you, Nene. Hey, Joelle. Joelle's up from the shy. Thank you very much. When Deborah Newell first got to know then 55-year-old John Meehan via a dating app in 2014, he came across too good to be true. A strapping, handsome, and doting physician and war vet with a heart of gold. Though, as John's sister Donna recounts, he has two sisters and one brother. He was practically born into hustling. After their parents divorced, their dad, played in a series by Wingham, who ran a shady casino and surrounded himself with low-level scam artists, carried on raising John and his sister Karen in San Jose. In the Bravo show, Deborah is a single stand-in for the pair of sisters. John was smart and popular in school, but also seduced by his father's guidance when it came to grifting and manipulation. For those of you who do not know what grifting is, it is people who hustle people out of their said monies, valuables. If you need a go-to movie for what grifting is, go back into the early 90s and you will see a movie called The Grifters. It is starring Angelica Houston and oh God, I can't think of the other actor's name. But if you just want a synopsis of something to give you a idea what grifting is, The Grifters is an excellent movie for verification for what I'm talking about. By the late 1980s, John had been busted dealing drugs, exiled from California as part of a plea deal, and bounced from one university to the next before enrolling in the University of Dayton Law School of Law. That's where John's philandering ways earned him his notorious nickname or nicknames. During that time, he met Tanya Sales, a nurse in her mid-20s, and before long, they were married, and she helped support him through nursing school and while earning his license as an I can't even say the word, anesthetist. They even had 2 kids together, though in Tanya's telling, he was having an affair, which led to her finding out from John's mother and sisters that he'd been lying about his background. That and he was addicted to painkillers. He was doling out and stealing from patients in need. And he was stealing meds out of the said hospital when he was working at the hospital. That's just me throwing that in. As his marriage dissolved, John disappeared into his addiction and wound up in prison numerous times on various drug and theft charges, making ends meet on the outside via small-time scams. He got especially good at taking advantage of lonely, single women and frivolous lawsuits, including against his own attorneys. By the time he insinuated himself into Newell's life, marrying her in a shotgun Vegas wedding in late 2014, he'd been hooked on opiates and accumulated myriad of felonies, stalking, weapons, possession, etc., and restraining orders over the past 25 years. And that is the said information pertaining to the vulture. And I'd like to know who the hell is knocking at my door at this time of damn morning. Get away from my damn door. Are y'all believing this time of morning? Somebody and then grabbing the door handle while I'm live. So God forbid something happens to me. Well, my sister's watching. Fuck. The hell is going on here? Yeah, grab the door handle again. You're going to lay your ass outside. I know that. Excuse my language. I'm going live. And somebody's grabbing the door handle to my apartment. Jesus Christ. I give up. Them broke up my train of thought. Okay. If you need verification for the information I just brought you, this is by Vulture. Okay. Sorry, I done broke up. As I stated, he was hooked on opiates, accumulated myriad of felonies, stalking, weapons, possession, etc., and restraining orders over the past 25 years. Okay, when John fixed his gaze on Deborah Newell, she was a 59-year-old independently wealthy Southern Cal businesswoman who spent decades building her business, Ambrosia Interior Design. She also now operates a Nevada-based Ambrosia Home Furniture and Decor. So she is now living in the state of Nevada with this business, Ambrosia Home Furniture and Decor. But by early adulthood, she experienced life-altering trauma. In March of 1984, her brother-in-law, Billy Vickers, shot and killed her older sister, Cindy, at point-blank range. Their mother, Arlene Hart, was and is a deeply religious Christian. Deborah, likewise, would become a devoted member of the Mariners Mega Church in Irvine, California. Arlene not only forgave Billy, but testified on his behalf, and Billy was released after serving over 2 years on a voluntary manslaughter conviction. Deborah subsequently treated her 11-year-old nephew, Shad, his younger brother, Shane, has not been a participant in the podcast or Bravo series as if he were her own son. To this day, Deborah occasionally sees Billy, who remarried at Mariners services and other local events. While amassing her fortune, she would marry and divorce 4 separate men and give birth to 4 children, 3 girls and 1 boy. Her youngest daughters, Jacqueline, aka Veronica on Dirty John, and Tara, were the only ones willfully participative in the original podcast. That was all before she faithfully logged on to a dating site in the fall of 2014, settling off the horrific chain reaction to follow. Deborah currently lives in Henderson, Nevada, where her store is based, and spends her free time with her kids and grandkids. Okay. Her fiery middle daughter, known as Veronica on Dirty John, was skeptical of her mom's new beau from jump, as she puts it herself in the podcast's first installment. The second I opened the door, I just kind of looked at him head to toe and thought to myself, oh, this loser. And as Deborah confirms, Jacqueline was always curious, questioning, and rebellious. With the help of a private investigator and other family like her cousin Shad, she dredged up all the details of John's arrest and prison records, even putting a GPS tracker on his car, though it took about a year and a half to fully persuade Deborah that all of their lives were in danger. In those final months of 2016, John harassed and menaced Jacqueline, jeopardizing her schooling and career. Just before the occasion of John attacking Tara, Jacqueline had warned her sister that their nemesis was in town and lurking. Jacqueline, while interviewed for the podcast, was less willing to be visibly part of the Bravo series, hence the name change, but appears to be the principal owner of a design and consulting firm these days, and in her capabilities, as presented on Dirty John, are indicative, is probably faring reasonably well despite the ordeal. Okay, this is a lot of information. You can log on to Vulture because basically it's just giving you a synopsis of everybody involved. But as it states, this lady, a Caucasian lady, well-to-do lady, met John on a date site. Deborah Newell. She met John, and things went terribly wrong when she met this man. And I can't read all that because it's a lot of information pertaining to all the people's lives individually versus their characters. But you can log on to Vulture to get the said information pertaining to all the people in real life versus the people who played them in the Dirty John series. Richard Scott is another person I'd like to discuss. This dirty booger has been documented in the TV series called Love Fraud that has aired on Showtime. The Latch is the source for this said information. Richard Scott Smith defrauded more than 10 wives. Here's where he is now, and this was uploaded 6 months ago. Like Dirty John's John Meehan, Richard Scott Smith seduced and married women to take their money. Stan documentary Love Fraud details how Smith, a fraudster and conman, married and defrauded at least 10 women. During her interview on the series, Sabrina Dunlap revealed that the 49-year-old had stolen $100,000 from her, while another, Jean Hansen, said that she had to file for bankruptcy. Over the years, Smith used 10 different Social Security numbers and 43 telephone numbers to seemingly get away with his crimes. He also went by different names, including Scott Smith and Rick Smith. The series follows Smith's ex-wives as they band together to track him down because, unlike Meehan, this con artist is still alive and has never been caught. Bounty hunter Carla Campbell, who features in a documentary called Smith, Satan's Son, in an interview with OprahMag.com, she says that he's not done. He's still out there. I've talked to his first wife and I've talked to his last victim, and he's doing the same thing. How did the women find each other? Through the website Scott the Crook Smith, victims of his crimes were able to find one another. Created by Lisa Linton, one of his former wives, the site was used to gather information on his whereabouts. In an interview documented in the series, Tracy, one of his victims, said that the woman on the site was such a good support to me. They had been through it and they made me feel better, while others would ask, how could you be so naive? The women connected to piece together his behaviors, which often started with him being very loving. He would bring them roses and court the women before he would turn and become controlling, mean, and aggressive, and he wouldn't allow them to Google him. Where is Richard Scott Smith now? While he's been arrested several times, including in 2018 in Knoxville, Tennessee. Wow, I didn't know that. According to the series, Smith was sentenced to prison and then released in April 2020. The filmmakers Rachel Grady and Heidi Ewing said that the last known whereabouts for the Foster were in Kansas in August this year, and while their series has already been released, they are still keeping tabs. How has the documentary helped? When the trailer for the series was released in the U.S., a woman reached out to the filmmaker saying that her sister was living with him. Now that he is out of prison, his former wives believe he is continuing his scheming, and there's no doubt that people will start to recognize Smith. For bounty hunter Campbell, who has been diagnosed with lung cancer since the series wrapped, this may put him deeper underground. There is more to come. He's not done, she told the outlet. And that is the said information pertaining to Richard Scott Smith by The Latch. So it's basically saying he had went to prison. Oh, Lord, this is crazy. And this was uploaded 6 months ago. So Richard Scott, yeah, this was done October 2nd, 2020. Trying to make sure I give you all the information. So I'm really stunned to find out he's been here in my area. He's been arrested several times, including in 2018 in Knoxville, Tennessee. According to the series, Smith was sentenced to prison and then released in April 2020. Very interesting. I'm trying to find it where it's how long his time is. It said the Foster was in Kansas in August this year, and while the series has already been released, they are still keeping tabs on him. I thought I saw somewhere how much time he did in prison. It doesn't even say how much time he did in prison. This is crazy to me. So this man used 10 different social security numbers, 43 telephone numbers to get away with his crimes. He used the names Scott Smith and Rick Smith. One lady had to file for bankruptcy. One lady he stole $100,000 from. Jesus. His name is Richard Scott Smith. And the other guy was John Meehan, who is currently deceased, because at the end of that said commentary, you will learn from Dirty John that he ended up approaching his wife's daughter in a parking area, and she fought for her life. He pulled out a knife. They struggled for the knife, and she stabbed him to death. And that is the end result of John Meehan. And the story of him is Dirty John. If you want verification for that said information, I got 48 viewing. Thank you so much. Yes, he racked up 10 social security numbers and 43 phone numbers. I want to find out where he is. Richard. Wait a minute. Where he is now. This is Richard Scott Smith. Hold on. This is bad if he's out. Lord have mercy. Everybody make sure you hit the thank you all so much. Well, my thing is, how are you going to tell somebody not to Google somebody? You don't run a person's, you can't tell somebody not to Google you. You understand? And if he really cared about going underground and or being fraudulent, why give your real name knowing that it can come up your crimes? So pick a different name. Duh. I'm trying to find some updated information on him. Okay. I'm going to see what this article says here about him. Hold on one second. Yeah, hold on, you guys. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find the latest information on him. Okay, I'm going to read you article. This is the latest I found called Refinery 29 if you need verification. This is sad information about Mr. Smith. This was uploaded August 30th, 2020. I'm assuming that Mr. Smith is free at the moment. I've got 49 viewing. Thank you. Love fraud may just solve the mystery of whatever happened to Richard Scott Smith. This was uploaded August 30th, 2020. Showtime just released Love Fraud, a scintillating new documentary series about a group of women who realize they have all been financially scammed by the same man posing as each of their romantic interests over the years. When they're individually gone to the police, they felt as though they were met with apathy or even blame for getting swindled. Cue an Avengers-like crew assembly because these women joined forces with a bounty hunter named Carla to track down the man known as Richard Scott Smith. As the co-directors of this documentary, Rachel Grady and Heidi Ewing, takes us along for the ride. If you are looking for a documentary series that will make you go, no, wait, what? Then you have come to the right place. The suspect in the 4-part docuseries targeted women in the Midwest looking for love for the past 20 years. In the process, he betrayed their trust and conned them out of money. He usually marries them, robs them, and humiliates them, Grady tells the Refinery 29 over the phone. While a couple of them had gotten close to bringing him to justice, at least for some of his crimes, he always managed to escape the consequences of his action. Smith, who regularly goes by Rick, Scott, or Mickey, depending on who he is scamming, sweeps women off their feet, promising a great love. And when it comes to Smith, with big love comes big purchases, draining joint checking accounts and identity theft. Some spent tens of thousands, while one woman claimed she went $700,000 in debt for Smith. Whenever a romance fell apart or he had gotten everything he could out of the union, Smith would disappear, taking as much money as he could in the process. Women who went to law enforcement with accusations were met with apathy, and often the blame was placed on them for trusting Smith. Grady and Ewan followed Smith for years, speaking with 30 different women in total who had been scammed by Smith. Another shocking discovery they made was that Smith would often borrow details of the lives of the women he was seeing when he targeted a new woman. For example, he told one woman he had a kid sister named Nicole. He would offer all details about her when in reality he was describing the kid of another woman he was seeing. Every word out of his mouth is a lie, Jean Hansen, one of Smith's former wives, told the Kansas City Star in 2017 when she accused Smith of forgery and identity theft. Hansen was able to get the marriage annulled after she discovered that not only was Smith already married, but that he was also seeing another woman who he met in June of 2015, about a month before they got married. After things ended, she filed a criminal case against him in the Johnson County District Court. In the process, Hansen was forced to file for bankruptcy because all of the debt Smith accrued in her name. When Smith was arrested and questioned, even he couldn't tell police how many times he'd been married. According to an affidavit filed in Johnson County District Court, when asked how many times he'd been married, Smith replied, probably 5 times. Golly. Though the felony charges were filed, Smith was released after posting a $10,000 bond. At his request, Smith was granted more time to obtain an attorney. Grady claims they found 11 marriage certificates while looking into Smith's background. I don't know how one person can juggle so much, she said, adding that a number of these marriages overlapped and he was even dating people on the side at the same time. Hello, everybody. The woman he was seeing in the month before he and Hansen got married spoke with the Kansas City Star, but asked that her name not be revealed. She claims that in September 2015, Smith assaulted her and was arrested for domestic abuse. At the time, she and Smith were engaged. In a Des Moines police report, the woman said Smith drew her to the ground, kicked her, and struck her in the head with an electronic device. Smith was arrested and put on probation, according to court records in Polk County, Iowa. He got away from us for months, Ewan explained. We got close a few times and lost him. He's a pretty good escape artist. He's gotten out of some legal binds by lying, feigning, health problems, crying. He got out of our clutches several times. Ewan recounted a close call when Smith faked a heart attack in order to evade justice. The judge responded by letting Smith go. That's when the Love Fraud team decided to step up their game and employ multiple private investigators in different cities to make it harder for Smith to get away. Eventually, Smith was arrested again, this time for violating his probation. As each woman made statements detailing the ways Smith lied and took advantage of them, Smith still only received a 180-day sentence for violating his probation. According to Grady and Ewan, he's already out and back to scamming women. We know he's in Johnson County, Kansas, because someone saw the trailer and said her sister was living with him, said Ewing. She shared the trailer with her. She shared the trailer with her, and last week her sister dumped him. He could be anywhere now. However, they hope that with the release of Love Fraud, Smith's cunning days are numbered. I think it's going to be potentially ruining his dating life, Grady said, speculating about the consequences of docuseries release. Since the trailer came out, other women have come forward, Ewing adding. There's a lot of people who don't know about and time gaps where we don't know what he was doing, but I think we're about to find out. The first episode of Love Fraud aired on Showtime August 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you need verification for what I just brought you, Refinery 29 is the source, and I'm going to bring you a picture of this buffoon. Trying to find a bigger picture of him. Hold on a minute. If any woman knows this man, seen this man, be leery of him. He is a known fraudster. He's married over 10 women in the United States of America. He is currently free and possibly on a date site. So if you see this man in any date site photos, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, please do not respond to anything, because he is a known fraudulent person. This is one of his mug shots. So you need to Google him to make sure you do not get yourself wrapped up with this said man. This is a picture of him where he's looking dapper and professional. If you see this man, do not approach him. Do not talk to him. Do not engage in conversation. If he asks you out on a date, run like hell. Richard Scott Smith, please do not approach this man. Do not date this man. Do not be alone with this said man for your own safety. I'm going to put the link for anybody that wants to join and give your commentary pertaining to the said information I brought to you. One of the fraudsters is deceased. 30 John is no longer alive. He was stabbed by his wife's daughter in a parking area when he approached her. We believe he was trying to kidnap her, harm her, whatsoever. She was able to get the knife from him. He is now deceased. This man, Mr. Smith, is currently alive somewhere here in America, probably still scamming women. So if you notice any of these photos in this said video, do not approach this man. If you see him on a current date site, POF, Tag, eHarmony, any of the various date sites that are out here, do not respond to him. Please do not. He will rob you blind and steal all of your damn money. Please do not. Hold on one second. I'm going to put the link in here if you'd like to join me and give me any commentary. If you have watched Dirty John and if you have also watched Love Fraud, I've only watched 2 episodes of Love Fraud because I didn't have Showtime to where I could finish the said episodes. So I was trying to get them a few months ago off of YouTube. YouTube only offered me 2 episodes of Love Fraud, which is aired by Showtime. So if you have Showtime in your cable library, you may want to log on to Showtime to go find this said docuseries pertaining to Mr. Smith. Know that Mr. Smith is currently free. He is not incarcerated to my knowledge. So if you come into contact with this said Caucasian male, please turn the other direction as to ward off being defrauded by this said Caucasian man. Thank you so much. This is serious business out here. For those of you who think this is a joke, there are people out here looking to defraud people out their money, period. Whether it's opposite sex, same sex, it doesn't matter. There are all type of crafty people out here willing to do whatever they can to get in your pocketbook. It doesn't matter if it's to lay down towel in your house or build a swimming pool. Somebody pretend they're interested in you. It doesn't matter. They just want your damn money. You have all type of scammers out here, not just people on date sites trying to get your money in pocketbook, but you also have to be careful with people doing odd jobs for you, such as swimming pools, roofing, laying down tile, driveway, cabinetry. You have people who are also fraudulent. They take a part of your money, a down payment, and then they never show back up to do the job. There are scammers everywhere. Google people, call the Better Business Bureau for anything pertaining to business, home improvements. And yes, Google somebody's name. If need be, ask them for their driver license. And you can also have a fraudulent driver license. It could be an actual real driver license from the driver's department, but they could have stolen someone's identity and pretended to be that person and go to the driver license and get a real valid driver license in John Doe's name. Please be aware of that. Please be aware of that. Hit the link if you'd like to join the panel to give commentary about Dirty John and Mr. Smith. And if you have ever been defrauded by a man, if anyone ever stole money out your bank account, stole your identity, you know of someone who's had their identity stolen by a said party, please join the panel to give your said commentary. Be respectful in the chat, and also the panel, and not use profanity. Thank you for joining me. I've got 48 viewing in the wee hours. Lord have mercy. 2 o'clock on the dot. Wednesday, March 3rd. Amen. Thank you for joining me. Hello, hello. Where's all my viewers? One morning I was up. There was a lot of people in here watching one morning. Hey, Dragon. Hey, Christine. Thank you. Yes, that. When I watched Dirty John, I was stunned how she got herself wrapped up into this madness with this man. I could not make myself understand how in the world this beautiful white woman got herself tangled up with this man. Because my father once told me that if he can't tell you where he lives, he can't show you where he lives, he can't verify an actual address that's in his name, run. You see, when you meet people, if the first thing that comes out of a man's mouth in conversation, be it in person, through a phone, if he cannot verify an actual address that you can actually go to the front door and knock on and go inside, just leave him alone. Now, I understand when you're young, you'll date people that live with their mothers, their grandmothers, or uncles, because most young men don't have their lives together, so they don't have their own place. They don't have their own car. Most young women are more self-sufficient than young men. But at some point in your life, you cannot continuously date men who do not own a car, do not have a job, do not have a schooling or trade or degree, do not work, and do not have their own place. Because what starts out at 20 starts out at 30. Next, he's 35. Now he's 40. He doesn't work. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a bank account. He don't got a job. He don't got a place to live. And you are now taking care of a grown-ass man. So you do what you want, live how you want, but it is not a life for anyone who wants to have a viable relationship with a man that can lead to marriage. Okay, Neil Ortiz, you're that man. Yeah, all right. I don't have time for the foolishness now. Yes, do not date the lowest common denominator. Amen.
Hey, babe.
Hello.
Um, I, I was waiting on this topic because it touched me near and dear. I know this issue that has affected people in my everyday life who've been scammed by men, who identities have been stolen by men they thought were really interested in them. But as far as the Dirty John, what really made me upset with that story was,
Did you watch it? Did you watch the documentary? Please tell me if you watched it or not. Let the chat know if you
yes,
watched it. Okay.
I watched the documentary. Yes.
Okay.
Um, what made me upset about that particular story when it came down to this last woman he was married with, where the daughter ended up stabbing him, is
Yeah.
that the daughter warned the mother several times about inconsistencies that this gentleman was giving the mother before she actually even married him. You know, she kept warning her mom, like, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't seem right, something is not right with this guy. And the mother, to me, seemed like she was just so in the clouds. Her head was in the clouds about this man that she couldn't see past anything. And I mean, he was able to convince a mother that was close with her daughters that, oh, they just have a problem because you're not giving them your time. You with me. You know, you met a great man and they just want you to themselves. Whereas he scammed so long, and even though he's deceased, he caused so much pain with their family because that daughter ended up having to kill him to save her life. This mother has to now live with the fact that she chose everything about this scammer, this man, over her own kids, over her common sense, because she could even tell, to me, when she spoke about certain things, it didn't add up, it didn't make sense. And if something doesn't make sense, no matter how someone spins it or sweet talks you, if you know in your gut something doesn't make sense, check it out. You know, because this girl has to live with this the rest of her life. And I can understand her having some resentment towards her mother because
Well, yeah, because think about it. Not to interrupt you, but you were warned. You saw the signs day one. He wasn't right. He was a lie. You still kept dating him. He brought all that foolishness to the house. Your kids start having discord with your children. So in the end, he could have killed that girl that day in that parking lot or whatever, however it was set up. He could have
yeah.
killed her. What if she hadn't gotten a knife? You're talking about a young girl versus a big ass man. He could have killed that girl, kidnapped her, took her somewhere, never found her body. All because you would not leave him alone when you saw day one he was not right. And yes, we as women make mistakes fooling with men that are no good from the jump. Not 5 days from now, not 10. You see stuff that ain't right day one, but you fool with him anyway. You still mess with him anyway. He could have killed her child. And that's a hard thing. That's a hard pill to swallow, knowing you could have died fighting this big ass man off of you. And your mama then slept with this man and married him, knowing he was foul and married him anyway, a shotgun wedding in Las Vegas.
Right.
This was a serious
Right.
situation. This was serious.
Dirty John was nothing to play with.
No, he was not.
And
That man was dangerous.
the fact that I just kept hearing this mother saying, well, I know that this didn't add up, and I know I didn't see the money like this, and I know this, and my money was his money. No, 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 no. If you just now met somebody and it seems too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it is too good to be true. Like, you have to show, like we say, receipts. You have to take me around your family. I have to do background checks. Even though the kids were grown, I still have to protect them. I need to know everything about you, not just what you tell me in my face, and not just some piece of paper you give me, but I need to verify this, because he was very manipulative. But I think scammers give a part of themselves to you when they're trying to scam you, because part of the scam is to give you a little bit of truth. The rest of it is lies, and that's how they get you. And they can make your life a living hell, and they can become dangerous. They can
Oh, I
become
already knew he was
dangerous. Like,
dangerous. I already know he was dangerous. She didn't know that at first, but he was dangerous because one, he was a drug addict. That was problem number one. That was his main problem.
mhm,
He was an addict at the time when she met him.
right.
And the
And
fact that you
sometimes they show
sometimes,
their hand. Hmm.
I think it's this. Day one, you, like they said in the chat, you wearing the same damn clothes. I ain't went to your job to see you at work. I ain't went and brought you lunch, met with you outside where we meet in the parking lot. We go for dinner, lunch, whatever from your job. You come to my house every day in damn scrubs. See, that was the sign number one. He showed up in scrubs at her house allegedly, at her apartment, whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
why? Why you ain't never go to his house? See, that you can't just jump and say, "Well, I married him and things went." No, 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 no. Day one. However he looked when you met him should have told you he was not proper dough. Two, he cannot take you to where the hell he sleeps. You cannot date somebody and never go to their damn house or apartment. That makes no logical sense. You cannot just let somebody keep coming to your house, your apartment, your condo, and you never go where they sleep. That should be sign number one. They will not take you back to where they live. They showing up every day in the same damn clothes. Why are you showing up to some woman's house in scrubs? You cannot keep using the excuse, I just got out from work. I just got out from work. Well, I don't want you coming to my house in no damn scrubs, no construction clothes. Go take a bath and put some clothes on.
Right.
The signs were there from the jump. She can't even say down the road, oh, well, 5 days, 16 days. Baby, he never wore clothes to your house. He's a doctor. You want to tell me a doctor don't have no damn dress clothes, casual clothes to wear? So when you went on a date, who paid? See, all those little things.
Hmm.
All those little things. It was no way it should have led to them getting married in Las Vegas. No damn way. Kevin, you was that desperate for no man. You are a professional woman. You had children. You brought this man into your life. He had access to your life, your money, your bank account, everything about you. Because naturally, people will poke and prod, Google you, go through your wallet. That man, really, she's lucky to be alive. And that's a God honest truth.
Right. I agree. He spared her, but
Good night, traveler.
it could have been, her daughter, like we said. And my thing of it is, I think when these scammers get caught, they need longer prison sentences. Like you were talking about the other gentleman, Richard, that is out.
Anybody, let me say this to you. If you're going to keep talking foolishness in the chat, I will block you. I will block you. I'm telling you. I will block you. I don't have time for the foolishness. You're going to keep making silly remarks in the chat, I will block you. Go ahead.
Like the other gentleman that's a scammer as well. I think they need longer prison sentences, because these are not victimless crimes. These women, these people have to rebuild and put their life together once these people destroy their identity, their credit, their reputation. These are things that take years, and sometimes they cannot even be repaired. The damage that these scammers do to them. But again,
That's
I
right.
say, when you see
Yes.
red flags,
Nancy, yes.
please act on them.
Yes, Nancy made a good point. When he showed up at the fancy party in scrubs, she already told you that you needed to wear a tux, yet you still showed up in the scrubs. That's why I said she knew day one he was not proper. You cannot just keep showing up to somebody's house in scrubs and use that as an excuse. All you have to do is go home, take a shower. You can take a shower at work. They have showers at the hospital. So there really is no reason for you to go show up at your date's house in scrubs.
Right. And so I think it needs to be stricter laws and laws passed for scammers or people that have been scammed by people that they met, that they're in a relationship with. Because, like I said, sometimes these people cannot get that credit fixed, or can't repair things, or in debt, or, their lives are destroyed. And that's a hurting feeling, to be sleeping with the enemy. Somebody you love, you trust, you meet, you think you're going to have a life with them. and they're just there to steal and rob from you. You know, it's heartbreaking. Like I said, I know people, women that have been scammed by men, and I will say the same thing as I said with the lady with the dirty John. Some don't sound right. He work, you can't never see his work, you never see his car, you never see his parents, you never see anything. Just a story he has given you. And if a
I can't
story
remember. I can't
sounds
remember.
too good to be
The daughter
true,
living with the mother? I can't remember.
ma'am. Yeah, remember the daughter and the mom, they were all living together.
Well, she was wrong. She should have never had him. She should have never dated that man because he didn't have a damn thing. He didn't
But
have a damn.
she tried to put it like, I was new to this dating thing. It had been years, and I met him and I wanted to believe him. When you have to want to believe somebody, that means you don't believe them. If you have to want to believe somebody, that means you're not believing what they're selling you. So why
Well,
continue on with that lie? It's
well,
a lie that you're convincing yourself.
my thing is this: from day one, Dirty John showed he was a liar. There's no way I'm going to believe he ever showed her a decent place to sleep. Because if you can't
Mhm.
change your clothes and wear any decent clothes, then you don't have nowhere to stay 9 times out of 10. I think he had just got out of somewhere, jail or rehab, when he met her. And he put up
Right.
picture and profile up on the date site. So he was fresh and new to the fold when he met her. So my thing is, you showing up to my house every day in some damn scrubs. Okay, I want to know where you stay. You can't take me to where you stay. What everything to talk about? So then you have to ask yourself, who paid for the dates then? See, everything still goes back to representation. You wearing the same clothes, so that means what? You don't got no job, you don't got no clothes, you don't got no money. 9 out of 10, you ain't got nowhere to stay. Okay, so now we're going on the dates. Who's paying for the dates?
Obviously, she had to pay for that because I mean, she just did because the way she tried to make it like he did all these things, and I was like, "Well, girl, he
Did what?
showed you
What
all
the
the
fuck could he have done?
signs. He showed you all the signs that something was wrong with him.
Yeah,
Your daughter kept saying this
first
don't
night,
add up."
First night, he was flooring her in the bedroom, trying to jump her in her own bed, wanted to show her something, and he was laying across her bed, talking about he was tired. So that was sign right there he wasn't right. Why are you going up in this woman's house with scrubs on? Y'all go out, and the first thing you want to do is lay across her bed after the date because she was vulnerable enough to let you in her house after the date. And the first thing you do is remove yourself from her living area and go lay across her bed.
He was at home. He knew he had found one.
Okay, Summer Night says I think he was sleeping in his car.
Yeah, it was something about he was in the car because I knew when she started talking, I was like, well, okay, I'm thinking I was gonna hear in the documentary, he don't swept off her feet. It been months. He did. It's like it took no time. He told her a couple words, and she went with everything and ate it up.
I don't know how. I'm sorry. I just don't see how you didn't miss the signs. His demeanor, how he looked, how he dressed. That's sign number one. You got that's standing in front of you. Before I tell you I work over here, I got this going on. You coming to my house, you ain't got no damn clothes on, you ain't got no car. You see, I think that's all right there in front of you. How you get here? How you looking when you showed up? Who car did we go in to go to the date, to the restaurant? Who paid for the date? See,
Mhm.
all that's day one. Day one.
Well, yeah, some people are more, ask a lot of questions up front,
We're
have a
talking
lot
about
more.
Dirty John right now. Dirty John is the one that ended up dying by the daughter killing him in the parking area, whatever.
Ask a lot of questions. I mean, I'm that type of person, but I know everybody is different. But I mean, I just didn't see how he got over on her when she had people telling her like this don't add up, mom. But okay, I'm gonna overlook that. When you overlook things that can possibly be a hindrance in the future, I wouldn't overlook a thing. I want to see your house, your mama, your family, where you're from. I want to Google this address, who all live. It's just things I have to know to make me feel safe. But when they start asking for money and if they can
Right,
get
all
your
that.
bank account number, and all this, that's very personal information and your social security number. No, I'm dating you. You don't need to know nothing about what bank I even go to. We don't even go to the ATM together and we just date. because
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Well,
You
like I
see what I'm
said,
saying?
the signs are always there in the beginning. It's up to us, men and women both, to choose to date people who don't look proper when they come to the table. It's all a choice. If they come to the table raggedy, ain't got shoestrings in their shoes, they talking crazy, cussing, fussing, that's on you to keep seeing them and keep talking to them. You do what you want, you grown. But you can't get mad later when you find out that they went in your bank account stole your damn money. And the reason why the second guy, Mr. Smith, could rob women and they can't prosecute him is because you got to remember something. He married them. He knew what he was doing. He wasn't the type of guy to just hook up with you and then get your personal information. He married him. So that's community law. He knew what he was doing. He knew how somebody going to sue me and that's I'm her husband. What's hers
Right.
is mine. So he knew to marry them. Use different names, aliases, social security numbers, whatever, to get the marriage certificates. Because most of you going to sit there and say to yourself, like I did, well, how did he marry him? If you use the same name, you can't marry again because it's going to show on record you still married to somebody if you got a legal marriage certificate. Well, it ain't if I change my name and use a different name to marry Susie. Then I went and changed another name and married Mary.
Right.
That's that. That's what he did. He's a dog. But let me tell you something about this one. When they did an interview of Mr. Smith in the county jail,
Mm-hmm.
I got to get a glimpse of that interview of somebody going to the jail to interview him. Let me put this in your ear for a second. Mr. Smith, I believe, is homosexual.
What? Oh my goodness. He ooh.
That's what I took from the interview. That Mr. Smith is a homosexual. I'm gonna stand on that because the way he talked in that interview, the way he carried himself was very feminine. And I said to
Mhm.
myself, don't tell me these women then brought in a bisexual man into the fold because in that interview that was done in the county jail, that was a damn woman sitting up in there perpetrating as a damn man. I believe he's
Lord.
gay or bisexual. I think he has a self-hatred for women. 9 times out of 10, he had a very dominant mother who was mean and cruel to him growing up. So he grew up hating women. So now he's out picking up women to bed and marry and steal their money. And if we ever find out the truth about Mr. Smith, you will bet your bottom dollar he had a dominant mother or a dominant mother that he hates, that he does not get along with. Because usually men who have mothers who were dominant figures in their life, they did not have a good relationship with their mother. They had mothers who abandoned them. They go out and they exact horrible crimes against women. They rape them. They beat them. They hurt them. Most people know that. Most men who are serial killers had horrible relationships with their mother. They had horrible mothers. So it is a woman complex. So it is easy as they become grown to hate women. That's why they mistreat them. Because they never had a bond with their mother. Now you might meet a few that'll swear for God they love their mother. She's good to me. I love my mom. I got a good relationship. No, you don't. Because there's no way in hell you can go out here in this street and steal from a woman, beat a woman, curse a woman, call her nasty names, cheat on her, be a philanderer, a thief, and say that you have a good relationship with your mother. There's no way in hell. Because if you had a good mother, she would have taught you the basics of manners and how to treat people in general, including a woman.
Well, I totally agree with that, but with that and with the Mrs. Smith thing, is on the flip side of them coming to the table showing you they don't have nothing and you get scammed. On the other flip side of that, you do have scammers that will show you everything in a way, it present things to you that will make you think they're legit about what they're talking about. And if it's too legit, something is wrong. Like you have to really research people these days to get the truth because sometimes they can show up in a doctor's coat. It's been stories where gentlemen would come with everything off the profile. You think they are this gentleman, and it's a scam. it's a scam. You do know that they can show you, present you with people that they say they're related to, nice houses, nice cars, and it's all a scam to get
Well,
your
it could
money.
be, but that's why I said you have to just move, as someone say, take your time in dating people, listen at their conversations, listen at what they say. See, one problem with women is we don't like to ask questions. We don't like to ask pertinent questions. We don't want to seem like we're prying. Because if the guy thinks you're asking too many questions, especially if he is a fraudster, he is not going to want to answer basic questions. Why are you asking me that? Why are you worried about where I stay, where I just last left? If you got somebody that start answering you like that, just cut them loose.
Right.
Just cut them loose. Because if he likes you, he won't have no problem with telling you he moved from Idaho. He just moved over here. He works here. What's the problem? But if he starts telling you you're asking too many questions, 9 times out of 10, he probably has something to hide. Just leave him alone. That kills all that.
Or
Because
one
today,
of my favorites
go ahead.
that I've heard on documentaries with scammers, people that have been scammed by people they love. I don't want to talk about it. I had a traumatic childhood. I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's not talk about it right now. I tell you at a later date, things like that. And I'm like, nah, we can talk about it now. What everybody got something that don't went on. Like, what?
Well, this is how I look at it. Everybody deserves a chance. There have been a lot of people who have done wrong in life. We all have made mistakes in life. People have committed crimes, done things, and they have actually learned from their mistakes. I know a lot of people who have done foul things, and they are now noble citizens. They obey the law. They are good citizens. So everybody deserves a chance. But there's just certain things that you just cannot uh, ignore.
Overlooked.
Now,
Yeah.
God says to forgive man, woman. But one thing about that is we're of the flesh. So it's going to be hard for us to forgive some people because we're of the flesh. But anything dealing with, as I state, assault, rape, child molestation, bondage, kidnapping, hell no. You're young. I ain't got to forgive none of that. Now between me and God. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to go out here and date nobody sinister. If I find out you molested a kid, you raped a woman, you did 6-7 years for rape, statutory rape of a woman, kidnapping, we don't have anything to talk about. As soon as I find out, I'm going to cut you loose. Because why would I want to be with you? Because you're showing the propensity, you have the propensity to exact violence against a female. So shit don't go right with me. First thing you're going to do is, well, I'll tie her up, put her in the trunk. You ain't going to teach me no lesson. No, sir.
True.
You're not going to teach me no lesson. That's why we have dead folks in the cemetery. Because somebody wants to teach them a lesson. And I tell people that. You got to stay woke. You got to listen to the signs. If you meet a man and all he do is complain about another woman, what she did to me, run like hell. Run like hell. What starts off as she cheated on me, she did this, she stole this, she used me, she's a gold digger. That conversation gets into 10 minutes long. Run like hell. Even if it's the truth, cut it loose. Because nobody needs to be talking about that on the first date. They tell you that. Don't talk about your past relationship. Don't talk about what Pookie did to you, what Ray Ray did, what Susie Mae did to you. Try to keep it brief. They ask you, well, what happened? Just say, well, it didn't work out. You don't need to go into all the details that he stole your money, stole your car, took across state lines, got in trouble, got bonded out. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to a minimum because you want to keep something sacred to yourself until you build a trust bond with this person. Then you want to share intimate details about your past. But you need to be careful what you tell people because a lot of times, as I keep saying, women, we are walkie-talkies. We tell all our business. You tell people stuff about your stimulus check. When you went to the bank, you get paid on this day. You deposit this much in the bank. You owe this much to the government. You do this. Well, now I know all your damn business.
Right.
I know how much you make. I know where you work. I know how much your mortgage is, your car note. So I know what I can ask you for. Scam you for because you talk too damn much. You leave your
And that's
computers out. I tell everybody that. Look, hey, don't leave your business out. I tell that to everybody. People look at me like I'm crazy when I tell people that. I say, why you got your light bill on the counter? Why you got your light bill on your dining room table? Oh, well, ain't nobody here but me. Yeah, It's your business, though.
Right.
Write your bank statements out. Whoever you owe, the check and the loan, or whoever, the check and the cash, whatever. Why you got that stuff outside? Why you got that stuff out on the counter? Why you got your business out on the counter so people can come through and see you owe the check and cash loan people, you overdraft your bank statement, you got a $500 damn light bill, your car note due. Stop advertising your business. This is why people are scammed, because you talk too much. You leave your business out. You got people in the car with you going to the ATM. You got the wrong people with you when you going into the stores and you putting in your PIN code. Stay woke. You telling folks you got your stimulus. You telling folks you got your income tax. Yeah, I'm going to rooms to go. They got some furniture on sale. I'm getting ready to go buy me a living room group. And this girl is bad, girl. I got me two
Queen.
I'm gonna pay this and same day it's cash. And okay, keep talking. Ooh, girl, I'm going to the Nissan dealer. Girl, I get my income tax. I'm just gonna get me a Nissan. And they told me I don't need 3,000 down, and I got 5 over here, 2,000 over here. Okay, keep talking.
Queen, stop.
I tell people what I want them to know. And I tell people if you want to keep it copacetic, play broke.
Yes.
Even if you broke, play broker. What you got? You ain't got this. No, I ain't got nothing. Play broke. Mm-hmm. You don't tell nobody you don't know nothing about your business, what you got. You just got a loan. You just got a raise at work. You got this. You talking to somebody you don't know nothing about, because a lot of these men here in the South, they dirty. They don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. They looking for a come up. I done told y'all about these men here in the South. I live in a predominantly white area. These black men don't want a black woman. They want a white woman. They'll tell you. They want a woman with a high income, a nice car, because they want to use her. I've heard it 1,000 times.
They got hit or lick is what we call it. They gonna hit it.
I don't even carry a debit card around. I don't keep nothing. That bad boy put up. So that way, if you ever came to my house and took something, you went rambling to find it. You didn't find it out my purse.
Mm-hmm.
You can't leave stuff out. Don't leave your birth certificate out. Don't leave your driver's license out. Don't leave your social security card out. They tell you that. Don't carry your social security card with you. Most times you do not need a social security card. You keep that put up with your files and your documents put up somewhere under the mattress, up in the closet. Don't carry your social security number out. Don't tell people how much money you getting, when you got your stimulus, when you got this, when you got paid. Learn to be quiet. You go on a date, and I understand going on a date can be expensive for men. They don't want to, have to spend expensive meals for, different women. I get that. But if on the first date, he talking about going Dutch, and he ain't got no money, and you can only buy the $10 plate, 2 for $20. Okay, Negro, look.
You got to pull money out your brassiere. They looking and all this kind of stuff.
That's old time. I don't put no money in no bra.
Girl, that's why I said it, because in the South, people still put money in their brassiere. But these are things that, I would say contribute to the scammers, because a scammer job is to get you talking. And before long, they're going to be talking about, I'll pay your light bill, you at work.
But that's it, because I know somebody, they are no longer alive. Opening your mouth is the best way to get hoodwinked and bamboozled. Do you know how easy it is to steal somebody's identity? Very easy. All you have to do is let them talk, and you ask them questions. Hi, how you doing? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Toledo, Ohio. You lived there all your life? Oh, yeah. What's your mom's name? You tell it. Then you ask them the birth date, and they tell it. You find out their father's name, then they tell it. Now, all you have to do is go call the health department and apply for a birth certificate.
Just that easy.
Just that easy.
So yes, you definitely have to be careful. I've seen it in action. I've seen men literally do it, and I would have to tell women or hey, 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 something wrong. I would interrupt a whole conversation and turn it around. I've seen it in action. I've seen scammers in action, and I would interrupt
Man,
the whole conversation. People think
hold on,
something
let y'all
wrong
go
with
ahead.
you,
I'm getting
something
some of
wrong with you, and I would have to tell women, he asking you too many
excuse me.
questions.
Hey,
Wait,
keep
whoa, whoa, whoa,
talking. I
whoa,
can hear
whoa,
you.
whoa. Yeah, hey, he asking, y'all just met. He want to know where you from, what's your sign, how many children you got, how long you been on your own, what you make on your job, what school. No,
Amen.
you have to know. You have to know when you're talking too much.
Amen.
Right, LaKendra, they end up driving your car, dropping you off at work, moving in because they swear they don't want to be away from you. Right, right. No, you're not moving in because I always heard when a man bring his hat and his shoes to your house and leave them there, he don't move in.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
We not doing all that. Okay, yeah, let me run over by the ATM. I get the money out for your water bill. I know you at work and you ain't gonna get out to 4:30 and they close at 5 and it's gonna take you 20 minutes to get home. And I could just kind of run over and over there for you. And you give me your checkbook and all it. No, no,
Well, people
no,
do
I'm
it.
not. No, no, I don't want
Thank
you to
you.
write the check. I don't even want you to know where I get my water from. No.
Well, the thing you got to remember is people get comfortable with people quick. So you have to be careful, like I said, leaving out personal information where people can ramble through your things, leaving out your light bill, things with your social security number on. And then, like you said, you get comfortable, you give people your debit card. You say, here, go run to the store and pick this up for me. Well, you don't know what they actually spent. Just because I bring you a receipt back from the Dollar Tree or Walmart, that don't mean I ain't go somewhere else and spend something.
True.
And God forbid I give you the pen, then that means I can go and get money off of that bad boy. Just saying.
And I'm trying to see, why do y'all give up passwords and passcodes and your kids? That's another thing. Another way
Sorry.
scammers
I
get
had the
you is
munchies, you
through
guys.
your
I'm
kids.
sorry.
They will get you through your kids. I've seen women that have kids and the kids are bust out. Yeah, my mama filed her taxes and she said she gonna get this and she gonna go take us to Disneyland and she gonna do this and she gonna do that. That dude is standing right there. Oh, baby, how many hours you work? Well, you know what? I pay all the bills. I stay at your house. I log in. I go online, pay the light bill. But no, 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 no. You have to tell your kid, hey, we don't discuss nothing with strangers or
Right.
outside of this house and things like that. Because a scammer will get your kids to talking like, well, where y'all be at? Well, what kind of money your mama give you? She give you allowance? Do she keep a,
Right.
a
Right. Right. Right.
camera job with
Yeah.
money in it? And no,
Well,
you
it's just
have to
like
have
I
those
said.
things.
You have people, men and women, who just talk a lot, and it's just sad that I meet people every day. I can tell you when I used to go hang out, I go hang out at I go to the bars and drink and dance, and I meet all kinds of people. People tell all their problems. Women tell all their problems. Men tell all their problems. I remember meeting a guy one night. He told me that he just came into almost, I can't remember if it was $600,000, $700,000 or something from a person passing away. He was handing out money in the bar. And I told him, I was just, why are you telling all your business? You don't know me. You don't know anybody in here. And you can run into the ATM handing out money. Now, what if somebody had followed you outside and beat your damn brains out, stole your ATM card?
Knock you in the head is what knock you in your head.
See, people don't think about stuff like that. You telling people you got a lawsuit. It's all the same. People are devious out here. You can't tell people your business. And it's sad with these day sites now, because this is the new way of mingling because of, social media. But these people are on the day sites to scam you. They will scam you. They will do their best to put up fake profiles. I know the fake profiles because one thing I've learned about foreigners on the date site, they don't know appropriate English. So usually you can read behind,
Mhm.
the wording. So they'll put like a first name may say John. The
Mhm.
second name will be Mark. Well, we already know that's fake right there because John Mark, that's two first names. You get my drift?
Right.
And then they'll have one capital letter, and then the next word will be a lowercase. So it'll be a capital letter John. The next word Mark, it'll be a lowercase letter. When they write, it's lowercase. Then they'll say am. I am. It'll say am doing well. Am doing good. Well, Americans, we don't talk like that. We say I am. I apostrophe am doing good. Well, foreigners say am. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when I see you say am well, am good, I know I'm talking to 9 times out of 10 a dirty African. I said it. And there's
Well,
times
that's what I was gonna bring up, the
when I want to get ugly.
Nigerians. Mhm.
Look, when I want to get ugly, oh, I'll let you know. Oh, I know you're a stinky African hiding behind this device, pretending to be a white man or a black man. I get a man out of Texas messaging me every few months. A light-skinned African-American man messages me every few months. They keep stealing this man's photos. Obviously, this man has no idea somebody has stolen his identity. They steal all his pictures with his children, all that. Keep messaging me. And the reason why I know it's fake, because 9 times out of 10, they send these long-winded Dear Jane letters. And it
Right.
talks about, hi, I'm this, I do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you ain't that man in that photo. Now you have to shame yourself. And sometimes I write back and say, why you steal this man's identity? And then I go block him and report him. Because it's sad. You stealing these people's photos pretending to be them. And God forbid this man be walking somewhere around his town and some crazy ass woman come up and see him and say, oh, that's the guy that's been defrauding me and stealing my money, and blow that damn
Right.
man's brains out.
It's a dirty world. And people do it. I've gotten them messages, and it'll start out with you a beautiful queen, and I want a beautiful queen for my country, and I'm worth this and this, and I have to constantly block them. That's why I deleted Facebook. I was getting them so much, I don't even know who these people were, and it will always be a nice gentleman or something, and I'm not even looking for nobody. And I would just sit up and look at the messages, and then once I blocked that one, two more profiles will come up. You have to be protective of all your personal private information. Be careful on dating sites, meeting people, any of that, because it's real life scammers out here. And, like I said again, it's not a victimless crime. Getting your identity stole and your credit score ripped apart by somebody you're supposed to be interested in is a hurting feeling.
Well,
It's a hurting feeling.
as far as the green card situation, those people will show themselves.
Yeah.
But the other guys that are African, foreign, they hide behind a white man's photo. Englishman,
Hmm.
Irish, whatsoever, Arab, whatever, black man, whatever. And they have no intention of video chatting with you.
Right.
They want to go they want to get off one site to another to chat. I tell women all the time, the date site is free to chat. You now can even video chat. So there's really no reason to
Mhm.
give nobody your telephone number. You now can call from some date sites via the phone or video chat. So you have no reason to jump off that site and give nobody your damn telephone number. And you can put that in there. Hey, we can video chat on here. And he'd be like, oh, I don't know. I don't wear the camera. Guide him up and show him. Here it is right here. You don't need my telephone number. Because I can tell you right now, most of them don't want nothing. They just want to talk about themselves, what they're going through. Next day, you don't even hear from them again.
You want them heated up?
Yeah, see, and that's another thing. Yeah, on 90 Day Fiance, they did have a story that go along with what we're talking about tonight, where the lady thought she was dating a guy across seas. He had a beautiful profile pic and this and that, but he could never video chat or do anything. And he wanted her to send money for like a plane ticket or something over there in London, but she could visit him. And I mean, it was just the craziest story. And I was like, girl, it's a scam. And her kids kept trying to tell her mom it's a scam.
Yeah.
And she had been sending this gentleman money, and he had information about her to her
Black lady.
photos.
The black lady.
Yeah.
I haven't watched her story on that 90 Day Fiance. But I briefly seen the episodes a year or so ago.
Yeah, that's
Where I
who it
think,
was.
I think she sent some photos to him, and her daughter was like, "Why would you do that?" Well, like I said, everybody makes mistakes, but you have to know when to say, "Okay, I'm gonna say this 1,000 times over for anybody on social media that don't know about date sites, joining a date site. You want to join a date site. Day one, always look for broken English. Date number two, if they want to get off the site to chat, no, because as I state, most date sites now have the option to talk on that site and or video chat. So you have no reason to give a telephone number. If you decide to get off and give a telephone number, if he or she says they want to text, you tell them, no, I don't want to text. If you cannot speak to me via the phone and or video chat, Skype, we don't have anything to talk about. Because why are you going to leave a date site, which gives you the option to text, to then exchange a phone number to text? You're already texting. You're texting on a date site. So why the hell are you going to get somebody your telephone number to text? And a lot of men don't like it. They'll say, well, what's the problem? Why are you being funny? Why are you acting funny? No, Negro, I'm not acting funny. I'm just keeping it 100. Why do I need to get off a site to text you and I'm already texting you? Because
True.
a lot of people like to text, and that's a problem with a lot of you. Some of you in the chat are that way. A lot of you on social media like that. You won't pick up the phone for nothing to call somebody. You want to text all day long. You text on here. You text on Facebook. You text on Instagram. You don't even really know a person's telephone number because all you do is text all day. I tell anybody that come into the fold with the queen, what I'm not going to do, all that texting for children. I'm old school. I'm not trying to get arthritis up to my damn elbows texting you all damn day. And when you meet somebody, you should want to talk to them, either by the phone and or video chat. And when you're dealing with a situation of dating, you should want a video chat initially so you can see that the person is the person that's in the said photos on the profile. Do not be hoodwinked to then give a number, talk, and you don't even see that the person is the same person that's in the damn profile, because people steal people's photos all the time. People are locked up, incarcerated. They can steal other people's photos. People from foreign countries can steal other people's photos. People right here in America can steal somebody's photos. So you go give somebody your telephone number and keep on talking to them. You don't even know who the hell you're talking to. Now you count that you texting them. You don't know who you texting. You could be a woman texting another damn woman or a child.
Yeah.
You have to stay woke. You have to stay woke. And if you meet a man or woman and they start asking you for money off the jump in a conversation, cut them off.
First of all, we ain't gonna discuss money if I'm meeting you and we get money. And that's why I don't know why people don't run from that. Money, anything dealing with my personal business and money, if I'm just now meeting you, that don't even go together. We trying to get to know each other, but we talking about money. It's a scam. It's a setup.
Mm.
You know, no, And if you too
But
perfect,
people do.
like everything
People
too
do.
perfect.
That's the sad part, is that people do. You can say this all damn day long. Somebody will go in their bank account and send a stranger money. It keeps happening. They see all the talk shows, Dr. Phil, all that, and they still keep sending strangers money. There is no reason for you to send somebody money in 2021 that you have never met. You never Skyped or video chat. There is no reason. Everybody's got a way to video chat. You can video chat through Duo, Messenger, Instagram, Skype, the date site. There is no reason for you not to see who the hell you're talking to. You continuously talk to somebody offline through a text. That's on your dumb tail. That's on your dumb tail. Because that just keep talking. I tell people on Instagram, I tell y'all, same thing. Let me see what you look like. Because it just gets old. Just keep texting. I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know who the hell I'm texting.
And that's a scammer's dream right there. Is if you're a texter or somebody that talks to them and
That's
don't
what they
want to see
want.
them.
That's the whole point of saying, hey, let's get off this site, exchange numbers to text. If that's the first thing a person says to you, hey, let's get off this site, you give me your number and text me. Why would you offer your number for somebody to text you? That makes no logical sense. What you're supposed to say is, here, I'm going to give you my number. You can call me between this hour I get off from work, woo, woo, woo. You don't tell somebody to text you and you going to give me your number. You letting a person know that's what you about. You like texting. And it could be a person that's not a scammer, but they just like texting. I let men know off the grid. If you want me to leave the site to text you, I'm not what you're looking for. I'm not going to leave a site that's already, I'm texting, to then go give you my number, to then to text you on another site. That makes no logical sense. I'm a text on your number, but we already texting now. And then they get an attitude. Well, what's the problem? What you mean, what's the problem? We already texting.
Right.
Well, I don't really be on here a lot. Well, you got my damn notification. You just answered.
And if they are very defensive about not getting your information,
very defensive.
I'm like, no, something ain't right with you. The problem is, if we're already in texting mode and we right here on the site, I don't need to leave the site to text you the same thing. That makes no sense.
Well, people fall for it every day.
I don't know how, because it's right there. If they too perfect, something wrong. And if they come to you with want to know all your business, something wrong. You have to know how comfortable you are with how much you give a person. And if you're just casually dating, no, they don't need to know no bank number, no PIN, how much money you got, what kind of debt you got, what kind of credit cards you got, your credit score. No.
What people do.
If you don't talk to your everyday friends about that, why would you talk to a stranger about that?
But people do. Because I told you, women, we talk a lot. We're always telling people stop. What's wrong with us? We don't feel good. What happened at work? This and that. My mama did this. My sister did this. My brother did this. Before you know it, people know all your business. Because you tell all of your business.
And that's how scammers get you. They let you tell them everything about you. They make you feel comfortable.
That's the point.
They're going to call you. And all that time, they get in the way where they can worm themselves in your life and get your information. And some, like the other guy, Rich, will marry you to destroy your life. And they literally have destroyed people's lives.
First of all, you can't marry the queen because you're not going to come stay here to marry me. See, that's where them other women messed up with Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith didn't have nothing. You moved Mr. Smith in your house. So that's where you messed up right there. You moved somebody in your house and you didn't go see that they had a house or apartment or condo. So now he married to you and then he wants to talk about joining your accounts. You stupidly joined your accounts with somebody who you didn't even see where the hell they slept before you married them. Now he has access to your damn money. So while you going to work every day pushing that horse, he done went in there and milked you dry, left, got a line of credit, all of that, credit cards, all of that. Now he gone. Poof, voila, magic.
Right.
And you don't even know where he is.
And this gentleman, he really has an issue because he keeps changing his identity with the same old scam. Only thing he's changing is his name.
Well, see, the thing about Mr. Smith is Mr. Smith has let it be known he does not want to work full time. He is using women for a come up. And that's his MO. And did I just bring you the information? The last sighting, he was with a woman in a trailer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It didn't say he was owning the trailer. It said he was living with a woman The sister found out and brought forth the information. He is not going to ever have a job. He is not going to ever own any equity property. He is going to continuously move in with women, steal their money, dump them, go pick up the next lady, steal her money, boom, dump her, go pick up another lady. That is Mr. Smith's M.O. You don't move people into your house.
Especially not knowing them, don't know nothing about them, and they always telling you, I had a hard life and I don't have no family. And that's another one. I don't have any family. You don't have no family, so all your family gone.
Well, that's Summer Nights. Talk about Mr. Rockefeller. I did watch a documentary about that. He played the role too. He used them wealthy people's name to manipulate and con. So you have people that do that. You walk up to them and say you related to such and such, Pookie, Ray, somebody famous, and they let you move in on the grid of being famous in that name. So they let you eat and dine for free. You ain't giving up no credit card, no cash. Oh, that's such and such, brother, sister, cousin. When you ain't nobody. You just using some famous person's nice name. People do it every day. People ride off of wealthy people every day. There's a hustle in all of us. As a young boy once told me, a neighbor, he says, Miss Angie, we hustle everybody every day. And he's right. Most of us will never admit it. But women, we know how to bat our lashes to get what we want. We know how to be coy and tell somebody, hey, we need this. I need a car payment. I need a mortgage payment. I need a new TV, a coffee maker, this and that. That's what them lashes are for. Quit playing.
Not a lash for a coffee pot.
Oh, yeah. That's what them lashes are for. You bat them. You be coy. And you know, I'm a little light this month. I need a little this or that. But frankly, I'm going to keep it real. I don't even want a man that don't want to offer anything. You can't offer the queen nothing in conversation. You're not for me. Because this is what I tell you. I tell this to women, young especially. If a person won't even offer you chicken soup and you don't feel good, he'll never do nothing for you. If a man called you right now, and you tell him you're not feeling well, you have a sore throat, he not willing to go to the Dollar Tree and get you some damn medicine. He not willing to go get you some sinus medicine for a cold, some a cough syrup, or push him to the curb. Real talk. Because he ain't gonna never do nothing for you. I'm tell you that now. Hello?
Hi.
Hello, Black Angel. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Thank you. Thanks for joining me this late.
Yes, I really enjoyed the other evening. It was really great.
Well, thank you. You missed my live tonight, my talking about taboo dating. You missed that one.
Oh no.
It's my part two. Yes.
Okay. I'm sitting here listening to this. But I did want to say that I think as women, we've been taught to want to believe in this fantasy or that it's okay to be immature when it comes to being in a committed relationship. We can be analytical or we can be proactive when it comes to our career, to raising our children. But when it comes to a personal relationship, for some reason, we're taught that it's okay to kind of throw caution to the wind because he's going to take care of everything.
Oh, yes.
And yeah. And so I think in society, I know it's changing, but I think sometimes I feel sorry for some of these women who do this because one, it depends on how they were raised, you know, but two, I really think that some of these women are just really desperate. We like projects. You know, if he's not perfect, you know,
build a bear. Build a bear.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like, no summer projects. You know, it's just not okay to make him. If he's not what you want, just walk away from it.
Right.
It's just not your time.
Right. And I
Yeah.
get it. We all are human. And I tell people we all going to make mistakes with people. We're going to put up with things we should not put up with, because that's the thing about life, that what you put up with, I may not put up with. You understand what I'm saying? But you
Yes.
have to know
Yeah.
when you are being hoodwinked. You
Yes.
are being bamboozled.
Yes. Yes. I agree 110%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a grown
Um,
man has no reason to be asking a woman day one for money. Most men make
no,
more money than a woman. Let's just keep this real. So
that's
there's
on.
no
Yeah,
reason for a grown
yes.
man to ever ask you for bus fare, car fare, Uber, car note, rent, mortgage. He need a shirt, a tie.
Yes. Yes.
That's not my problem.
Yes, I listened to some of the male coaches on YouTube, and they talk about that. They say women do not fall for it. Do not give a man any money of any. I don't care how long you really know him. A
Thank you.
man is supposed to have his own resources.
Yes,
Period.
yes,
Unless something unfortunate has happened to him, and I'm talking about right then and there. You actually seen it for yourself. But a man is really supposed to have himself together.
yes.
He's an adult, for crying out loud. You're not his mother. So, yeah, I wanted to call in and say that. I just
Well,
really feel
thank
sorry
you.
for some of these women and men, too. I just feel sorry for them. Yeah.
Do you know of any women that's ever been scammed?
Um, I've been scammed before, but I've been scammed by a family member.
Oh, I said
My ex
definitely scam.
um, fiance. This was years, like over a decade ago, but um, I found out that he had been married three other times, and he wasn't even 35. And and then he had one of his ex-wives had gone to jail for murder. And then when
Lord.
yeah, and then when she became an accomplished writer,
Mm-hmm.
but while she was in jail, but when she got out, she left their child in foster care or something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was like a serious rabbit hole. And the only way I knew this stuff was because I was cleaning up his home and I came across court documents and
Right.
started asking questions. But yeah, if a man can't answer your questions, if you can't meet his family or friends, then it's just time for you to go. Just don't keep asking. If he can't just answer the questions, then let it go and just
Right.
count your blessings and move on.
Right. So, what have you watched the Dirty John series, sweetheart?
No, I haven't, but I think
Oh
I
no! Don't
will.
tell me that. What?
No, I haven't seen it, but I would like to see the
Yes,
episode or
please
two.
check it out, because it's loosely based on this lady who I'm talking about, a professional out of Southern California. She now owns a decorating business in the state of Nevada. And as you see, the information that I brought earlier, she was married at least 4 times. I mean, you can judge that as you want. One could say, hell, she was looking for love. She's been married a lot of times. And she met her match with Dirty John. Dirty John was a very vile human being. Any man
Mm,
that will scam his own sister out of property,
mm,
that was
yeah,
documented in the documentary. He had went and forged documents to put his name on said property out of and swindled his sister. You understand what I'm saying? He
yes,
forged documents to make it seem like he was the deed owner to the trailer park that the sister owned in California. That's how dirty John was. He was
yeah,
a pill
no,
popper.
no,
He was an
no,
addict.
no. Mm-hmm.
And see, from day one, John represented himself foul, but that lady fell for it. Why? I don't know. Coming to her home and doctor scrubs every day. Come on now. You think a doctor wants to sit up and stay in scrubs all damn day? Why would he do that?
Was she into drugs?
No, she's a professional lady. No, 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 ma'am. No, ma'am. Not that I
Okay,
know of. It was never documented that she was into drugs.
okay, Okay.
But
Because
but it shows that, not to interrupt you, but people allow certain things. You knew something was wrong. He come to your house every day in scrubs. You said something to him. Hey, where are your clothes? But yet you still let him come back. You invite him to a dinner party, a formal party. You told him you need a tux. Yet he still showed up in the scrubs to the dinner party.
yeah.
It was a formal event. So the signs were always there about Dirty John. She continued to date him. Shotgun wedding in Nevada. Signs her children were telling her mama something's not right with him. Yet you married him anyway. You brought this creep into your house with your older child. Then your children have fallen out with you and they're not in favor of you now because you have taken in this bum and they see that he's a bum. And you married him on a whim. And this lady was well off because in the state of California, you need paper to live in California. So she had money. But it's like, how could you not see the signs that John didn't have anything?
Well, a lot of women who have been abused, a lot of times they can be in denial.
It's just hard to believe somebody who was worldly, successful could not see something was wrong with this guy. Miss Savage, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, Everyday Shenanigans.
Hi, baby. Thanks for joining me. Where are you calling from, baby?
I'm calling from Washington State.
Woo, Washington State. Beautiful.
It's 12:04 of my time.
Okay, you're behind me. That's okay. What do you have to say about the set information, baby?
Well, I just want to let you know that I was following you for a long time through Cupcake Case and TG, and I'm on a panel every day when TG go live.
Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah, that's my friend. Yes.
Yes. So I just want to let you know that I love the job that you do, and it's I never really see you on live. You always upload a video, and I'm always here.
I do live now, but as you see, it's hard to get folks up on this stream for some reason. Because I told people, y'all complained to death last year. You don't go live.
Right. It's a blessing that I see you on live now.
Well, I'm gonna go live more now, honey. So y'all just come on in and join me.
So I wanted to join in and chime in on the conversation that you were talking about. Well, I'm spoiled when it comes to my husband.
Okay.
I have a 7-year-old and I have a 10-year-old and I have a newborn.
Okay.
He just was born December. And I feel like he feels like, I'm not even going to say me, because I want a job and I want everything that I can help possibly to maintain the household with him. But my husband wants me to be at home more than I'm at work.
Okay.
And he thinks, he knows that being at home is a full-time job.
It is.
With 3 kids.
Yes, it is.
So I can't really relate to a man just not doing things for his family. I can't relate to that.
Okay.
I'm just overwhelmed, spoiled, and sometimes I break down and I'm like, I need a job. I need to help you.
Okay. Yeah. But your husband does not want you to work. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants me to work, but it's not a requirement.
So what do you want to do? You want to work?
Yeah, I want to get a job. I'm not a bum bitch.
That don't even sound serious. Oh, Savage.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you, Savage. Look, Black Angel. She didn't say that right.
No.
She's supposed to say, "Why, sure, of course, I would love to contribute to the household."
Yeah.
Look, for real. I may get judged for this. I don't care. It's my channel. I told Queen Toss earlier, I am 50 years old. I was a young girl out here making a way for myself. I bought my first car in college with my money, working at the driver license department at 19. I purchased my first car, 76 Mustang.
Well, so don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm a go-getter.
Yeah.
I'm a go-getter.
Well, I'm 50 and I'm tired.
Oh, see.
Because I've been doing for Queen since 19. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, I'm only 34, so I didn't get to that point yet.
So I didn't have nobody buying cars, paying for stuff. So like I told Queen Talks Crime, it would be nice to meet somebody that tells me you don't have to do nothing, boo-boo, but open your eyes in the morning.
See, I'm in that stage right now, and it's hard. Like, it's not hard, but it's just like I need my coffee at the coffee table. You feel me? Like,
Oh Lord,
I need my coffee.
You
Kiss
want
me
your coffee?
goodbyes. I loved you. Now it's time for me to do. Huh?
Who you want to bring the coffee to you? I'm just asking.
Huh? Say that one more time.
Who do you want to bring your coffee to you in the morning?
My husband.
Does he work?
Yes.
Okay, so when he's off to work, are you up or you sleep?
Semi.
So guess what? Because you know where I'm going with this. Who gonna bring you coffee and your eyes shut?
My husband.
You're listening. Do you want cold coffee at your bedside table?
Listen, I'll heat it up in the microwave.
Okay.
Savage.
You asked me a question, I'm telling you the truth, woman.
Okay, so you want this man rushing to get to work, bring you some cold coffee while your little eyelids shut and sit it on the night table. So when you get up, you got to warm it up. So you know what I'm over there, right?
What?
You make your own damn coffee when you get up in the morning because he already gone. Don't start no
Exactly.
I tell you what, you gotta get your little coffee mate, put by your damn bedside, make your own coffee when you get up in the morning.
I mean, but that just go being spoiled.
Oh,
You know
you
what
is.
I mean? I'm spoiled. I don't know. I'm just spoiled.
I'm gonna tell people, I would love to meet somebody who will cater to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I deserve that. I've lived a long time above this ground. I'm not guaranteed to see tomorrow. So at 50,
Yes.
and taking care of myself since a young woman out of college, I deserve to have someone to cater to.
Yes. And that's what I feel.
I feel that way because I've done all I'm gonna do for the queen. I've done it, still doing it without no assistance, no help. So guess what? You want to come along and tell me to just bat my lashes?
And guess what? I'm finna back them.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody come along and tell me, baby, all I want you to do is just breathe.
Exactly.
That's what I'm looking for. And you just wake up and
get the cold. Look, everyday shenanigans. Get the cold out your eye, brush your teeth, and kiss me goodbyes, honey.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When you've taken care of yourself a long time, you've been self-sufficient, you would like to meet someone who can cater to you if you have not met someone who's done that. So I would like to meet someone who they know what I like. And my father always said that when you date somebody, you should know what she likes. You're learning her. So you should know her favorite color, what she likes to eat.
Yep.
Whatever. So my daddy was, he was half street, half educated.
And guess what?
She should never ask you for anything because you know her light bill due. You know her business due. So you put your little money to the side or whatever and you stack it neatly. And she takes the money and she goes and pay whatever she needs, be it a diamond bracelet or her mortgage. Quit playing. Like my daddy said, you like a lady, you know what she needs. My daddy told me, you don't let a man come up in your house talking about what you ain't got. He said, you'll never let a man come up in there talking about where your coffee table at, where your dinette set. Oh, I'm waiting on you to get it.
Okay. Okay.
That's my father. That was my father. Because like he said, I like you. I want you to have what you need. So I don't have no business coming up in your space telling you what you need. If I like you, I'm going to give you what you need.
Exactly. And I don't mean to be, I'm not a bugaboo to him. And he knows he ain't a bugaboo to me. Because guess what? When he come home, he got dinner on the table.
Okay, well, that's good because we hate to find out why you crying about that damn coffee. You ain't cooking nothing neither. Don't you start. Because men are very funny like that. They want wives who can cook. That's just a known thing. And some women don't grow up learning how to cook or can master cooking. But that is just something I've learned with men. They love a woman who can cook. And the other stuff they like, we're going to leave that alone for another show. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That need to be the topic for the next show. I want to chime in on that one.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that because you ain't trying to get me
Well,
bored off.
let me put myself on you.
Do that.
No.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, I want that topic for the next show. Well, y'all know I'm married. I've been with my husband over 25 plus years, and I've been married 18 years. And I stayed home when my kids were little because my husband didn't want his kids in daycare. We heard stuff about daycare. We know kids that were mistreated. For
Yeah.
the longest I wanted to work, it got on my nerves that my husband was the only one wanted to work because as my kids got older, that means I'm getting older. I sacrificed birthdays, anniversaries, holidays to make sure that they wasn't somewhere unsafe or not in a productive environment or anything like that. I am now 40 and I've been working for the last couple of years. And it's been eye opening because people always say, I want to stay home. You have a good man that allowed you to stay home, that paid the bills, that didn't cheat on you, didn't beat you, took care of the kids, all of that. And I tell people it was okay the first couple of years, but then I went stir crazy because I didn't talk to other adults. They couldn't relate. We couldn't relate.
Yeah.
Because I was at home, they was out doing what 20-year-olds do. I was at home, I was a mother, I was a wife early, and all of my friends were still in their early 20s, finishing up school, or they were living their life, they were traveling, or they had a child, they children went to daycare. So it was a very give and take. But now at this stage, the kids are grown and I'm back in the workforce. And see, that's my thing. I don't mind being in the workforce. I enjoy being home when my kids were little, but I'm a go-getter. I like to be outside. I like to travel. I like to see things. I like socializing with people, learning new things, speaking with people and things like that. So, I'm different. Queen, you want to be at home now. I want to be outside and
you got me mixed up. When the queen tell you she want to be at home?
Then you say you just want to open your eyes in the morning.
I said
and
I want
bat them all day
because I want to be alive. And Queen ain't never told you she want to sit in no house.
Right.
I thought you just wanted to take a break.
Trying to be a jet setter. I'm trying to wake up at a resort every other week.
See, that's where my mind is at now, Queen. That's where my mind is at now.
I just told you all live. I'm trying to fly out and be somewhere quickly. I can go right now, book a flight, and be somewhere if I choose to. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's where I'm trying to be. I want to go somewhere. I want to travel. This COVID stuff got everything all jacked up. I miss going places. I want to see things. I'm not entitled to wake up. I want to see things. Let me make that clear. I want to meet a nice gentleman, yes, that wants to cater to the queen. I want to be catered to because I feel like I deserve that. But don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to sit around and be uploading videos and going live every 5 seconds and or watching reality TV. Honey, Queen will tell you, I'd rather be on an airplane somewhere, going somewhere and seeing the world and meeting new people. I love to travel. And I will hop on a plane all day long. I'm not afraid to fly. I've been flying.
You very fortunate. Because I ain't got that right now. That's
the whole thing. I'm single, so I can get up and go. I'm not obligated to nobody. But what I'm saying is I want to live because people are dying. I've seen death for weeks now, months now. The lady across the hall, she is dead. The lady at the end of the building, she's dead. Do you see where I'm going? I want to live. Because with this COVID and all this old crazy nonsense stuff that's going on, I'm ready to go. I don't want to keep sitting in no house and getting fatter. Hell, I'm getting fatter and whiter. Now shut up.
Well, you're like the rest of us Americans out here, yeah.
Beautiful Queen.
Yeah, but this queen is turning white. This queen is turning white because she ain't getting no damn vitamin D.
That melanin popping. My daughter wants to be like my youngest.
But guess what? Up under here, it looked like I'm about to look like a white girl. I said, "Ooh, say you better keep my color."
You better quit.
I saw looking like Michael Jackson up under my clothes. I said, "Ooh,
Girl, I'm not gonna play with you. Let me mute myself.
what in the hell is this? Who the hell is this up under here? Who the hell is this lady? Who is this? Eddie, are you okay? Look, you know I'm crazy.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I want to live.
But you know, I noticed that the women who are talking about the men that are in their lives, these are men who have integrity. You know, when you're a man, you're supposed to have, they're just certain, there's a philosophy you're supposed to live by. And this guy, he just seems like he's
Which one? The last one or both?
I guess the last guy that you were saying that
the one that's married, that married 10 women.
Yeah, is that the one who stays at home with the scrubs on all day?
Well, he's dead. That was dead. That was Dirty John. He was murdered by the wife's daughter.
Whoa, my goodness.
Well, that's why you need to follow it. He approached her in a parking lot. He pulled out a knife. They struggled. The knife fell out of his hand, and I believe they were on the ground. She picked up the knife and she stabbed him to death.
Okay.
Mr. Smith is currently alive somewhere in the Midwest, and I will believe it, that he's probably still scamming women because Mr. Smith does not want to work a full-time job. He has gotten accustomed to swindling women, marrying different women to swindle them, so there's no way he is sitting by wanting to work at Walmart. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it goes far beyond just working or providing. These men are he's not a good human being, period. You just don't do this kind of stuff to another person.
Now, hold on one second, because I'm going to clear this up. Now, I don't know what's going on with you, Mr. Ortiz, but you've been saying a lot of crazy stuff in the chat tonight. Would you like to get up here on the panel and talk? Because you've been making a lot of crazy comments in the chat tonight, and I want to know what the hell's going on with you. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. What the hell you talking about? I don't deserve to have good things happen.
Now, come on, to get on the live.
Y'all know how I get. When I start getting jiggy, look, I will block you. I'm telling you. I don't do foolishness. So stop with the crazy comments. And if you want to come up here and tell us something, then go and say something. But stop with the crazy comments, okay? Because that don't make no sense what you're saying. You don't deserve nothing. So what you saying? You don't want to live? Oh, now he don't want to respond, but you've been chatting all damn night. Go ahead, Black Angel.
Just a last comment, but
I'm not a great other person is what I meant. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm done.
What did he write?
I'm not that great of a person is what I meant. Okay. Well, if that's what you think of yourself, okay.
Now, if you feel that bad about yourself, please get some help. Call some type of a hotline where you can just sit and chat with someone, please.
Well, you've been making all type of crazy comments in the chat tonight, more than normal. And I'm just trying to figure out where you're coming from and what is the point of these comments you've been trying to make since you've been in here. You got something you want to say? I prefer you come up here on the panel instead of putting those comments down in the chat. If you need some help, we'll guide you where you need to get some help. And that's all I'm saying. But I don't feel bad. You just sat here and said, basically, what? You ain't worthy of nothing good happening, but then you're going to say you don't feel bad. You're contradicting yourself. Why don't you hit the link and come on up here and talk to the queen so I can check out of here? And stop all this text.
I'm going to leave the chat, but
okay,
so have a good evening. And are you going to be coming on to tomorrow? Today, later on.
Look, I don't know. Angel, where you tell me you're from, baby?
I'm from Sacramento, California.
That's right, California. Lord have mercy. I would love to be in California. Oh, I have never been to California.
Oh wow. It's a beautiful state.
Mm.
It's just right now with COVID, we're
Expensive.
shut in.
Expensive.
Yes.
I be out there in California. I be eating a whole lot of sardines. I be real smart. Ramen noodles and sardines. What you having for dinner? Ramen noodles and sardines. Ooh, let me
It is.
stop.
Yes, it can be expensive, but
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's worth it, really
Okay.
is. But I really enjoyed the topic,
Thank you.
and
Thank you so much, Black Angel. Thanks for joining me, baby.
okay, well, you have a good rest of the day. It's
I
midnight here.
will. I will. Thank you, baby. Be safe.
Okay, bye
Okay.
bye.
Good night. Okay. That was Miss Angel, Black Angel, out of Sacramento, California. I love it. I had Washington State. I had California. Come to Kyle. We'll take care of you, Queen. Oh, Sophia, how you doing? Yeah, I know it's expensive in California. She ain't trying to be out there eating sardines, getting build up a uric acid. For y'all that don't know that you eat too much seafood, you can get uric acid just like you can if you eat too much steak. Night Owl, you with me?
Yeah,
Hello.
I'm here.
Yeah. You let you lay in the cut like the damn Grim Reaper.
I was reading the text. Yeah,
I lied. But seriously, there are people out here who have been scamming women, continuously trying to scam women. I say this to all of you women in the chat, whether you are single, well, most of you who may be single, to be very careful of taking up with people. You need to be very careful and guard your security, your finances, because you don't know people. I mean, you can get scammed by anybody. You can get scammed by an outsider, a friend, a foe, whomever, relative, and or somebody that you're dating. I brought you these information, excuse me, about Dirty John, who is no longer living, and Mr. Smith, who is allegedly living somewhere here in America, that you need to be wary because a lot of women are looking for love. Whether you are 20, 30, 50, on up, everyone is entitled to be loved by someone, and you are also entitled to be treated well. Now, there's some people who don't put out good things to get treated well. So they may get some bad things happen to them because they ain't been such nice people. But what I'm saying is, you're a decent person, a woman, man. You deserve to be happy if that's what you want. You want love. You're looking for a partner, companionship, camaraderie. You deserve that. And nobody has the right to infiltrate your personal space and milk you for everything that you have. And we do have people out here that this is their livelihood, is to take every damn thing that you got, steal your identity, be it on social media or off of social media. So I say this to all women who are single, to be careful of the men, women. I don't care if you are a same-sex relationship and or opposite sex. Be careful of the people you partake with. Be careful of people only talking about money when they're around you. They're always begging and bumming, needing something. Cut them loose. Don't divulge your personal information. When you get paid, your banking information. Don't loan out your bank card. Don't loan out your Cash App card. Don't give out that damn thing because you don't owe anybody anything. If you come to find that somebody's been in your house staying and stealing out your house, be it your belongings,
bust them in the head.
call them, call the authorities and remove yourself from the equation. Don't divulge your personal information pertaining to your job, your banking, what you're getting, lawsuits, you hit the lottery, whatever it is. Learn to keep some things sacred because in the end, it will save you a lot of trouble, mischief, and also your life. And a lot of people think it's a joke, but you don't realize that the little things you tell people can be used against you. This is why a lot of people have legal troubles now because they did not know when to keep their mouth closed. They took up with the wrong people. They let them in their house, their personal space, and then those people infiltrated and stole their information, their identity. Now, at some point in life, you're going to have to trust somebody. So I say that if you marry somebody, it is up to you to decide if you want to have joint banking accounts. If you want to trust somebody with that, that is up to you. But know that you could be so happy one day and realize the person that you have married only married you to steal your money. And that would be a horrible thing to wake up and go to your bank and find out the person that you married has stole every damn dime out of your account. And then you realize they only married you to steal your money. And God forbid, if you were a kind soul and you put them on your house deed, stay woke. And now that person's name is on the deed of your house because you love that person and you put their name on your home. So all I'm saying is that sometimes people are not in it for the right reasons as far as relationships and marriages. So be very careful in joining bank accounts and putting people on your car titles, title to your home, title to any type of properties. Just guard your safety. If you think that possibly you with somebody that's not in the relationship or marriage for the right reasons, be leery before putting their name on anything. And it is a sad thing to have to say because a lot of people have been hoodwinked by people. And it's just sad, but it's true. A lot of people are only being with people to get their money, to get their equity, to get their property. This is why I tell you, you have to be leery. You have to be leery. Not out what you got to say. I'm going to check out of here.
I'm just gonna finish it up with I agree with everything you said as far as be careful when you're meeting people, talking to people, not to divulge any of your personal information. Just safeguard it. And as you say, you owe nobody nothing. So I'm
No,
gonna end with that.
you don't. You don't. I'm going to send a personal message to somebody if they're watching me and you know who you are. He is not worthy of your time. He has violated you, robbed you, stole from you. And he does not care about himself, and he never has. He has shown you that he's a dirty MF. He has never cared for anyone, and you don't owe him anything. So I advise you, if you care anything about yourself and your livelihood and your health and your finances, to cut that MF off. Do not invite him back to your home. Do not give him any more money. Do not loan your car to him. Do not talk to him. Block him and make sure he does not have a key to your home and or your automobile, because you deserve better than what you have allowed this person to bring to you. And if I tell you nothing else, understand that this time is short and this person does not care for you because they have shown you they have never loved you, because he doesn't love himself. He has not kept viable employment. He owes child support. He's a fucking bum. And you deserve better than what you have allowed him to do to you. So if you care anything about yourself, cut him off, because he is going to continuously use you. He's going to continuously use other women. He's going to continuously sleep with other women. He is going to keep bedding other women without condoms. And eventually one of you all are going to come up short. And you think your life is fucked up now? Wait until you contract an STD and or HIV. Cut him off. There are too many men out here looking for a mate than for you to have to settle with a bum. You can do bad all by yourself. And many people have. And it is okay to be a single person in America or anywhere else on this earth And there's nothing wrong with being alone and stress damn free. And I say this to you because I know what's been going on. And it's time for you to wake up and cut him off before somebody gets hurt and you end up a Lifetime movie and or a YouTube story. Cut him off. He is never going to change because he doesn't give a damn about himself. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Thank you all for joining me on this part 2 live. I will be back with more commentary. Thank you for the support, the kind words. Mr. Nail, if you're having any type of difficulty, any issues, you need to reach out to somebody to get you some type of help. I thank you all for joining me. My commenters from Washington and California, thank you so much. Thank you, Night Owl. Thank you, Krista Moore. God bless all of you. Have a safe morning as you venture into work and your daily activities. Pray for the queen. Going to get a breast exam later today. So, amen. That everything is a copacetic. Prayers for my sister who's in the hospital. God bless all of you and thank you for joining me. You all stay safe.
Good night.
I'm out of here. Good night, baby. Thank you.